place are. I wonder if you could walk us through just how that kind of contact with Kentucky happened and why you decided to make the move.
Yeah, so mutual connections through myself and Coach Cohen. Got a phone call, then I got another phone call from Coach Cohen, and then kind of took off from there. The rest was kind of history.
Coach Daikiel with the Arrow Leader, you worked with some guys at Houston who had been here before. What
Yes.
did they tell you about this program and what was kind of the recommendation?
So, I mean, everybody that's worked here talk very highly about the program, and they just told me that I'm coming into a great place. Obviously, speak very highly of Coach Stoops. Familiar with him and his family already, but just to come in, was going to get welcomed, which I was, welcomed with open arms and great people. I only been here for a couple of days, but the staff is very genuine. Got really nice facilities. Players are pretty good, so off to a great start.
How long does it take you to get acclimated and figure out where things are, who people are,
Yeah.
and whatnot?
I'm still getting acclimated, if I'm being honest. I think this is like my third day here, so first time in Lexington too as well. But as far as the building, just kind of walking around, exploring, just trying to put the names with the faces and meet everybody. And then outside of that, it's been fairly easy. I don't do much anyway. I've been in this building damn near the good amount all these days, so got the building down, starting to get the players down and the staff down, so doing pretty good.
Coach Forrest Tucker, ABC 36. You're a younger guy in this coaching game. Do you feel like you have something to prove every day when you're coming to work?
I don't know if I would say I have something to prove, but I'm actually highly motivated more so. So, I'm just eager to learn, continue to get better. Like you said, I'm a younger guy, so, I'm still learning, still growing, and obviously surrounded by a great staff. Got some older guys on staff that I can learn from and kind of pick their brains and just learn as I go day by day. So I'm super excited about that.
What is your personality? Stoops came here a decade ago, and he was fiery and still is, but he's mellowed some.
Yeah.
How does your attitude and emotional attitude gel with these other guys?
I think it's going to gel pretty well. I'm more laid back. Obviously now I'm laid back, but when I'm around the guys, when I'm on the field, practice, meetings, game day, I'm pretty energetic. I'm pretty passionate. I've played, so, obviously everybody likes to play as long as they can. Obviously, I wasn't that good of a player, got cut short, but, still the passion is there. So I'm pretty fiery on game day, but I'm pretty laid back outside of the field.
What were your positions, or your early impressions of the position room you're inheriting, and what was kind of the early message to those guys?
Impressions, one, got a pretty darn good room, if I'm being honest. A lot of good kids in there. Just having one-on-one meetings, addressing the room, and just letting them know where I'm coming from. I've been in their shoes. I've played where they're trying to go. And just, with me being younger, I'm a coach, and Coach Stoops mentioned this, a mentor, but just kind of view myself as an older brother to those guys, just somebody they can, rely on and count on, and then, also learn from, try to teach those guys from mistakes that I've made in the past.
Liam talked to us yesterday about establishing discipline is something they really wanted in this hire. How do you balance that in this era of college football with the portal and NIL and all those things holding over guys to hold guys accountable still at the same time?
I think the biggest thing with discipline, a lot of these kids hear the word discipline and they think it's a negative thing, which discipline is not a negative thing. You grow from discipline, you learn from discipline, and it not only makes you a better person, but it also translates to the field and makes you a better player. So, like I said, just, earning those guys' trust, so where they can count on me, but also when I need to crack down, that they know it's coming from a good place and I'm not just getting on them for no reason.
Coach Gershon with the Cast Boss, kind of going off Adam's question there. You're still getting to know the players, but how much of a selling point was it to know you're getting two established guys when you took this job at Dane and Barry?
Really didn't have to sell me on much, if I'm being honest. I've heard of Dane and Barry, obviously they're pretty darn good players, but the biggest thing is just, knowing who Coach Stoops is and, how he runs his program, which was very intriguing to me. And then having those guys, walking into a room with those guys was just a plus for me. It's I'm ready to get my hands on. It's going to be fun.
Ryan Black with the Louisville Courier-Journal. I'm curious, how much, film have you already watched on your guys yet? Is that something that won't come till maybe once you get a little more settled in?
Yeah, I watched a little bit of film of not everybody in the room, but a handful of guys. Not much. I still got to continue to watch as I go throughout this process. But I watched a good bit of film from game tape from last year. Those guys are good players. They had a lot of early success young. So just trying to build off of that and just get them in the right mindset.
Coach Dick Gabriel, UK Radio Network. What was from afar, from a distance, your impression of Kentucky football? Maybe seeing them on TV or highlights or scores or whatever.
Well, obviously growing up, I had 2 older brothers, and they played college football. So big college football fan, growing up in a football family, just always seeing Kentucky on TV and watching them play. Like I mentioned before, just watching Coach Stoops as well. I'm just excited to be here. I know this place has a lot of tradition, a lot of pride, and I know, how much the fans and the community buys into Kentucky football. So that's something I'm looking forward to being a part of.
Jeff Drummond from Cats Illustrated. One of the things Mark told us when he was looking for a new coach was trying to find somebody young and able to go out and actually demonstrate.
Yeah.
Do you still have some good routes left in you? Show it again?
Yeah. I mean, it's been a while, but, I'm going to have to put my cleats on to get in that indoor and, kind of tune back up. Coach Verbois, who actually works with the receivers as well, he does a pretty darn good job. He's very active and hands-on, so got to get with him and kind of sharpen the tools, and that way I can, get these guys right and show them the right way.
So what's your job look like now with the bowl prep? Are you helping Coach Verbois out there, or are you just kind of taking a step back? What kind of role do you have right now?
Just more so taking a step back, trying to feel the guys out, not jumping into it too soon. I think after the bowl game I'll probably hit the ground running, but as of right now, just trying to get to know the guys. A lot of personality in that room, which I'm excited about. I've had a few guys back in my old spot that had some personality and some charisma to them, so I'm definitely happy that we got that here too as well.
What were your recruiting responsibilities in Houston? How does that translate just now recruiting to an SEC program?
Yeah, so when we got the job at Houston, if I'm being honest, that was my first time actually ever being and visiting in Houston. I ended up being there for 5 years, but schools like that, so much talent in the state of Texas where you really don't leave the state. So, mainly Houston area and then throughout the state. But like I said, Houston's pick of the litter. So much talent there. So, I'm looking forward to my new area here. I really don't mind what area they give me. I'm just going to hit the ground running and try to, build relationships and get some guys on campus and go from there.
You've already kind of touched on this a couple times with your age, but I guess how much have you noticed does that help in the recruiting and just on the field where guys, like, they're trying to be respectful about this, but they don't feel like you're their uncle or grandpa. I mean, you feel like you line up with them right now. And
Yeah.
I'm saying, does that translate with the guys just kind of see being so youthful and kind of young and can relate with them on certain things?
Yeah, I think that's very helpful. It's something I definitely use to my advantage. And then, whether I'm washed up now, a lot of guys want to see things, but I got tape too, so they can turn on the film and check it out. I don't really talk about myself too much, but they can watch the tape and figure it out.
Coach, what do you know about Kentucky, the state of Kentucky, before you came here?
The state of Kentucky, Derby, obviously. Derby, big bourbon place. And then I'm from South Jersey guy. I know DJ Wagner's up here. He's not far from where I'm from, so obviously was in tune with Kentucky heavy this year with him being here.
These guys will be working with their third quarterback in as many years. What is the challenge there for a wide receivers coach and his guys getting to know a new quarterback and get that chemistry?
I think the biggest thing is just trusting in Coach Cohen and his plan. Obviously, he's his offensive mind is pretty sharp. I trust in whoever's back there under center that they're going to do the job at a high level. And my thing is just to, make sure these guys are bought in, and not only trusting in myself, but trusting in the offensive staff and everything that we're doing. And I think if we buy in, which they seem pretty bought in right now, then everything will take care of itself.